Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, Infinity Dove Tarot and Dowsing. Today I want to introduce you to my dowsing. I haven't been dowsing in a while. I don't really know why I stepped back from that. I still work it personally and for clients, but I haven't been posting my dowsing videos. Not sure why, but we're back. So today I want to introduce you to a new service that I'm offering. It's called the Root and Rewire. It's a tarot guided pendulum healing session that comes with a personalized video that I run for you and a custom take-home protocol, a downloadable PDF built specifically around the issue that you want to clear. So it's a custom designed pendulum protocol based on the issue that you want to clear. To show you how it works, I went ahead and I ran a collective reading. This is a reading for the collective, all those watching, past, present, and future. If this resonates with you, then perhaps you will benefit from this video. So I went ahead and I dealt 4 cards to find out what's the program that the collective is running that, if cleared, would quickly have a dramatic effect on the quality of life that the person is living. And what I came up with what the reading came up with was massive. It exposes a subconscious program that a huge chunk of us, sorry, that's my dog in the background. You okay, Sammy? It exposes a subconscious program that a huge chunk of us, myself included, are running right now. And most of us don't even know it's there. And I call the program The Outsider in the Rain, based on the imagery. Spirit knows what it entails. Basically, it's a program of patterns and beliefs and fears that you're running on loop and like a program. So if you're running this one, it might look like pulling away instead of asking for help, bracing for rejection before it even happens, staying busy because slowing down doesn't feel safe, or that quiet feeling that everyone else has support except you. At its core, it's the belief that somehow you're on your own. Let me show you exactly how this thing revealed itself in the cards. I pulled the Temperance, the King of Swords, the Seven of Wands, and the Five of Pentacles. And the story that this reading told is so clean and so precise. Let me just walk you through it card by card, because it's how the program is actually operating inside you. Temperance shows a person pouring themselves a hot cup of tea. Could be green tea, could be chamomile, could be something stronger. This is you, the collective, in your escape route. When life gets heavy, you don't reach out. You pull away, you isolate, you handle it alone, in your little corner, with your comfort of choice. Could be tea, could be wine, could be weed, could be scrolling, whatever numbs the edge. And here's the part that most people miss. You're not just relaxing, you're hiding. You're cutting yourself off from the exact support the world is actually trying to hand you. Next we have the King of Swords. And today I'm using the Wake Me Up Tarot. Very great deck, very intuitive. The Wake Me Up Tarot. But anyway, next we have the King of Swords. This is a man in uniform sitting behind a podium like a news anchor, his name on the placard in front of him and a sword resting on the desk. This represents a broadcast, a mental loop running inside your head. Basically, it's the internal authority figure that's reporting on your life, like the nightly news, every second of the day. telling you to stay professional, stay cold, stay armed, protect your name. And that sword on the desk, that's your mind, always ready to cut, always on guard, and always expecting attack. Then we have the Seven of Wands. A little boy on his front porch gripping a stick. Behind a locked gate, as you can see the gate. And on the other side, barking dogs, lunging at him. It seems like he was chased, and he ran to his front door, slammed the gate, and now he's frozen on that porch waiting for the next attack rather than just going inside and resting. This is a survival loop that you're running, collective, and you're exhausted from it. You're so focused on protecting yourself that you can't even go inside and rest. You're stuck on this porch of your own life. And finally, I pulled the Five of Coins, Five of Pentacles. This is the root of your problem, the root of the whole thing. A man outside in the rain, no umbrella, a stray cat beside him, a few coins in his hand, his head bandaged, and behind him people walking past, dry, warm, under their umbrellas. This tells me that the core belief you're running, the core belief that you have, is that everyone else is protected and I'm the one left out in the cold. And that's the root wound that I call the Outsider in the Rain program. So here's what's happening, and I want you to hear this, because this is how the program actually loops. At your core, collective, you may feel unchosen, unsupported, and alone. Does that resonate? That's the Five of Pentacles wound. That's the foundation. And because that wound is there, you've built an entire survival system on top of it. You hide behind quiet routines, pull away when life gets hard. That's your temperance escape. And you keep an inner critic running 24 hours a day, 365 a year, telling you to just stay cold, stay sharp, stay untouchable, judging yourself and judging others before anyone gets a chance to hurt your good name. That's the King of Swords broadcast. It might have been instilled by a father figure or a powerful male dominating authority figure. Not for everyone, but I just picked that up just now. Pretty much it's a self-judgment pattern. And so you walk through life bracing for the next attack, always ready, always gripping an invisible stick, even when nothing is actually chasing you anymore. That's the Seven of Wands survival loop. And all of these patterns you have running, and I call it the Outsider in the Rain program. And it's all feeding the same core belief. I have to do this alone because no one is coming. If this program continues unchecked in someone's life, it will play out likely that you'll miss opportunities because you assume the answer will be no before you even ask. You slowly will isolate yourself from the very people who genuinely want to support you. You'll burn yourself out trying to carry everything by yourself. And you'll find yourself repeating the same relationship patterns because the belief underneath them never changed. You hesitate around money, success, and visibility because some part of you still believes that you're standing on the outside and looking in. And without even realizing it, you push people away before they ever get a chance to get close enough to disappoint you. But if this program gets cleared, then you're going to begin to allow yourself to receive support instead of automatically rejecting it. You stop expecting rejection before it happens. You become more willing to be seen, to ask, to trust, and to receive. You begin noticing opportunities that you would have talked yourself out of before, and relationships start to feel safer. Receiving money, encouragement, love, and connection begins to feel natural instead of uncomfortable. And that's what we're working towards today. That's the goal of this reading and this clearing, the root and rewire tarot-guided pendulum healing that I'm about to do for you. Because the truth is, the outsider in the rain program that you're running is a lie. It's a program. It got installed somewhere along the way, probably in childhood, maybe through a family member, maybe through a painful experience, maybe through the collective field or in another lifetime. Where it came from matters less than realizing that you've been running it ever since. And now you know. If any part of what I've described resonates even a little bit, then clearing this program today is going to help you to release the emotional patterns and the beliefs that have been quietly steering your life from underneath. What you're about to receive is a real clearing. This is real work. It's not a demonstration. It's not a performance. It's actual energetic work, and it doubles as a sample of my root and rewire service that I'm offering, available on my Etsy. There are links in the description box. So if you've been struggling with the same issue that these cards reveal for a long time, money, love, self-worth, the inner critic, the self-sabotage, this process helps to uncover the root beliefs underneath it. And then the pendulum protocol will help to release them, right? So right now, all you got to do is give yourself permission to sit back, relax, be open, and be willing to receive what I'm offering. Oh, and a quick note. If you have any questions about this reading, feel free to leave them in the comment section. I'd be happy to help to answer any questions that you might have. But before I begin the pendulum protocol, the actual healing part of this service, I want you to know that I've built several pendulum manuals available in my Etsy shop, Wingseer, Wingseer. You might already find the exact issue that you're carrying. If not, then you can book your own personalized root and rewire session with me. Both links will be in the description box below. And an important disclaimer, this work is not a replacement for medical care, mental health treatment, or professional therapy. It's designed to complement your healing, not to replace it. And one last thing before I get started, and I promise I'll get started after this. I just want you to know, I'm not healing you. The pendulum isn't healing you. This video itself isn't healing you. Your higher self is. Your higher self is the one transforming the situation. Your higher self is the one agreeing to receive the change. It has always been your own power doing the work in anything that you've ever accomplished. Remember that. And when you truly realize that truth, that's when your power will come back online. That's when you become sovereign. All right? Now, let's get into the pendulum protocol. Let me just set this aside and pull out my custom designed SRT Reiki diagnostic chart, available on my Etsy. All right. And let's start with an opening gauge. First, let's check. Higher self, is this my wavelength? Is this my wavelength? Yes. Okay. And how long will it take to prepare this pendulum for this work? 0. Okay. How long will it take to prepare me for this work? 0. Okay, good. What percentage of the collective field is running the program today known as the outsider in the rain? Let's just put this up here so we can see it. What percentage of the collective watching this video now and in the future is running the program outsider in the rain? Well, only 30%. Okay. That's fine. Maybe it's not a program a lot of people are running. I myself am running it. Am I running this program? Yes. Okay. I'd like to clear it. And if you'd like to clear it, just say I'd like to clear it. You can put that down in the comment section if you like, and give yourself permission to receive. Let's get started. Okay. First we begin with a clearing command by command of our higher self, the collective higher self. We delete, dissolve, destroy, remove, and clear the root program of lack and exclusion from the collective subconscious field. We permanently clear the deep wound of feeling abandoned, unprotected, and left out in the cold. We completely dissolve the core belief that I am an outsider, destined for lack, while others receive support. Clear this energy, delete, dissolve, destroy, remove it at its root, everywhere at once, head to toe, alpha to omega. Clear it for everyone in the collective watching. And what percentage has cleared? Continue to clear. Delete, dissolve, destroy, remove, and clear the root program of lack and exclusion from the collective subconscious field. Permanently clear the deep wound of feeling abandoned, unprotected, and left out in the cold. Completely dissolve the core belief that I am an outsider, destined for lack, while others receive support. Let go of this belief. Release it. Let go. And what percentage now has cleared? 90%. All right, in the frequency of ultraviolet, continue to clear and delete, dissolve, destroy, remove, and clear the root of the program of lack and exclusion everywhere from the collective subconscious field. Permanently clear the deep wound of feeling abandoned. And what percentage now has cleared? Now we're at 100%. Thank you. Strong identity to this belief, but in the end, you've released the first layer of that. For some of you, you may have released the first layer. For some of you, you may have released a deeper layer. The more you watch this video, the more you will release. It's always more potent to do these pendulum dowsing yourself rather than having someone else do it for you. But there is this can be effective, an effective way to clear the situation by watching the video, but it's more effective, I'm trying to say, when you do it yourself. So anyway, let's do command number 2. By command of our higher self, we command that deleted, dissolved, destroyed, removed, and cleared all the hypervigilance survival loop that we have running. We ask that you clear, higher self, the trauma response of feeling trapped, defensive, and constantly on guard like the 7 of Wands here. We ask that we be released from this exhausting program that insists we fight off threats or stay on high alert to survive constantly. Delete, dissolve, destroy, remove, and clear this hypervigilance survival loop now, permanently, from all levels of our beingness, everywhere at once, in all timelines, spaces, dimensions, and realities of our existence. And clear the trauma response of feeling trapped, defensive, and constantly on guard. Release the exhausting program that insists we fight off threats or stay on high alert to survive. This is a strong running pattern. I don't even feel like the pendulum wants to stop. Continue to delete, dissolve, destroy, remove, and clear the hypervigilance survival loop. Clear the trauma response. And release the exhausting program. 100% until completely clear. There we go. Now I'm feeling it. Okay. And what percentage now has cleared? What percentage now has cleared? All right, only 35%. In the highest frequency of, again, ultraviolet, we ask Spirit, Higher Self, that you clear, delete, dissolve, destroy, remove the hypervigilance survival loop from our mindset, from our subconscious, from our DNA. We ask that you clear the trauma response of feeling trapped, defensive, and constantly on guard. We ask that you release the exhausting program that insists we fight off threats or stay on high alert to survive. Clear it completely. Thank you. And what percentage now has cleared? Thank you. All right. Now, third clearing command in the highest frequency of, let's go ahead and just put a color on it first. In the highest frequency of blue-green, Spirit, Higher Self, we ask that you delete, dissolve, destroy, remove, and clear the rigid internal broadcast. Let's clear that rigid internal broadcast of this broadcaster here, this King of Swords. All right? In the frequency of blue-green, delete, dissolve, destroy, remove, and clear the rigid internal broadcast and the pattern of chronic isolation, this Temperance card here. Yeah, chronic isolation, clear that. We ask that you shut down our inner critic that tells us to stay cold and detached and hidden. We ask that you dissolve the forced self-reliance that cuts us off from human connection and support. Let it stop. Let it be cleared 100%. And what percentage now has cleared? 80%. What color should we use to continue clearing? Show me a color to use to clear. All right, it wants me to use orange. There's some kind of conflict in releasing and letting go of this inner critic. All right, in the highest frequency of orange, Spirit, Higher Self, we ask that you delete, dissolve, destroy, remove, and clear the rigid internal broadcast and the pattern of chronic isolation. We ask that you shut down our inner critic that tells us to stay cold, detached, and hidden. We ask that you dissolve the forced self-reliance that cuts us off from human connection and support. And we ask that you dissolve all conflicts that we may have with releasing this program. All right, and what percentage now has cleared? This is a very heavy pendulum, so it's hard for it to make mistakes. It's very heavy. So we got 100% now. So let's re-gauge the collective field. What percentage of the collective field is now running the Outsider in the Rain program? We had 30% before, and we have zero, well, maybe like 2 or 3% right now. So I'll take it. That's close enough to zero, within 3%. So now we're ready for installation. But just before we do installation, let's just clear the residue that's remaining for the 3%. Here's what tends to linger with this specific program, and that might be why there's still a little bit left to clear. Each of these 4 cards leaves a signature behind it. The Temperance leaves a numbing habit, so some of you may have the habit of coping by self-medication or escapism to find your comfort. The King of Swords leaves the loyalty to being strong, the strong one who never needs help. And the Seven of Wands leaves the identity of being a fighter, because if you're not fighting, who even are you? So your identity is all tied up in being a fighter. And then the Five of Coins, or Pentacles, leaves a secondary gain, a strange comfort of being the one left out, because at least it's familiar. And that's what's holding this program in place. So let's go ahead and release the final 3%. Normally I would let that go if it were for me personally, and just consider it a work in progress. But let's go ahead and clear it for the collective completely. by command of our higher self in the highest frequency of, I want to go with blue-green again, delete, dissolve, destroy, remove, and clear every remaining thread, anchor, and root holding the outsider in the rain program in place within the collective field. We ask that you clear the loyalty to numbing and escape. We ask that you clear the identity of being the strong one who never needs help. We ask that you clear the attachment to being a fighter, a survivor, or a lone wolf. And we ask that you clear the secondary gain of familiarity with lack, exclusion, and being unchosen. We ask that you clear and release us from every ancestral, karmic, contractual, and energetic cord keeping this program anchored into the collective field. We release it fully and completely. And we give ourselves permission to let go permanently across all timelines, all dimensions, and all lifetimes, everywhere at once. So be it, and so it is. All right, keep it going. All right, there we go. And what percentage now of the collective is running the program, the outsider in the rain? Now we're at 0. 1%. That's okay. I'll take it. We're ready to go. It might have just been gravity. That's 0. Okay, now we're ready to install. All right, we want to install a new program. We never want to leave the space void, as it will probably be refilled with the same negative energy as before. So we want to fill in the voids. So let's go ahead and in the highest frequency of blue-green, which is the ideal healing color, we ask Spirit, our higher selves, to now permanently install, download, and activate the following positive program into the collective subconscious field, known as the Welcomed One. This program makes us 100% desirable, wanted, chosen, and securely protected inside the structure of life. We know that we are fully welcomed by the world, and others want to grow with us, collaborate with us, and expand with us, and prosper us. And support flows to us easily now. Connection is safe. Receiving is natural, because we belong here. So be it, and so it is. We belong, and we are the welcomed one. Install this program deep into the subconscious, activate it, running, and dominant. All right, has this program been activated? It says yes. All right, is there any reason to repeat the activation? It says no. Okay. What percentage of the welcomed one is now installed and active in the collective field? And we've got over 100%. All right, guys, take a deep breath and feel it. Feel the energy drop into you. You are the welcomed one now. You are 100% desirable, wanted, and chosen, and securely protected inside the structure of life. You are welcomed by the world, and others want to grow with you, to collaborate with you, to expand you and prosper you. And support flows to you easily, and connection is safe. Receiving is natural, because you belong here. So be it, and so it is. All right, before you move on with your day, I want you to take one more slow, deep breath. Feel your feet on the floor and notice the weight of your body. Allow your shoulders to soften. You don't have to force anything. Just allow this new program to take root, to settle into your field. And there's nothing more for you to do. Nothing to prove, and nothing to fight over, nothing to receive. Just experience the change, the shift. And when you're ready, gently bring your awareness back into the room. Very good. So that was a bit of hypnotic suggestion at the end, supporting the installation command. In the next few hours to few days, you may notice some immediate shifts. Most people may feel a lightness in their chest or quieting of the inner critic. Perhaps you may feel a sudden urge to reach out and reconnect with someone that you've been avoiding. And over time and with continued use of this video or with the protocol that you might set up for yourself, deeper benefits will tend to show up. Easier receiving of money, love, and opportunity, less defensive reactions in daily life, and a real grounded sense of belonging that you haven't felt in a long time. There's no guarantees, of course. Every field responds a little differently due to karma and a willingness to receive and let go. But this work does the work if you let it. Remember that the protocol is an energetic tool, not a replacement for medical and psychological care. Please continue any professional support you are already receiving. And if today's clearing hit you, if it resonated, and you want to look at the root cause of your own personal patterns and rewire them, perhaps you have money blocks, perhaps you have relationship loops, or your own inner critic that's self-sabotaging you, then book your personalized root and rewire session with me today. Or visit my Etsy shop, Winged Seer. There may already be a protocol manual written for the exact issue that you're carrying. Both links will be in my description box below. And I want to thank you all for subscribing, for commenting, and for sharing this video. If you know someone who may benefit from this clearing, please share it with them. It matters more than you know. And it's good karma for you and for me. So thank you so much for being here. Many blessings to all of you. We'll see you in the next one. Namaste.